Shalom. Allah start out by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Harakah Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and Ezra Millstone. Salutations to the Ophelet. This pushing this truth across four corners of the earth in all faith, truth, and sincerity. This I'm one. I'm a one abide back again to sitting. I'm just gonna go into real quick. How these so-called white people, these red Edomite devils, they gonna get, the lawyer Howard Shah is gonna get them, wicked. Excuse me, gonna get those wicked Edomite devils. Excuse me. It's gonna get those wicked Edomite devils for what for all the things they done, to the world. To the so-called Negro Latino natives, which are the Israelites, the chosen people of the Lord, and all the rape, rob, murder they done. Lawyer Howard Shah is gonna deal with these wicked Edomite devils, for what they have done, and they're not gonna get away. So I'm gonna get into it. It's Galatians. It's Galatians 6 and 7. Be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked it. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So these so-called white people, my devils, they have sown nothing good in the earth, but nothing but rape, rob, murder, number of lies and deception. Blaspheming. Blaspheming the Lord. Just putting out, just false information, lies and so forth to the people, about, who the Lord is and so forth. Like I said, Lord Yahweh Bashar is gonna deal with the Edomite devils, man. These so-called white people, red devils, man. They sown nothing but wickedness in the earth, violence in the earth. And it's gonna come back on them. These Edomite devils think that they can't be touched. These so-called white people, red Edomite devils, think they can't be touched. But it's gonna come a time, the Lord Yahweh Bahashem, he's gonna make his return in that chariot, so-called your foe. He's gonna take down you. He's gonna come back and take down you, so-called white people, red Edomite devils, out of your power seat, man. Y'all think that, because, you got your military might, blah, 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 that you can't be touched. Nobody gonna do nothing. Hey, you got another thing coming, Like I say, Lord Yahweh gonna return with the angels, and bring you wicked Edomite down. Y'all gonna feel the wrath and judgment of Lord Yahweh Shah when he returns. So like I say, you Edomite doves, man, y'all not gonna get away for all your wickedness and violence y'all done, in the earth, especially to the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Israelites, the chosen people of the Lord, y'all got a heavy judgment is gonna come down on you wicked Edomite devils, man. Go from there to let's go to Psalms. 1 minute. Psalm 7. Psalm 7 is 16. No, matter of fact, I won't come back to that. Matter of fact, yeah. No, I go. Let's go to Psalm 7:16. Psalm 7:16. His mischief shall return upon his own head. His violent dealings shall come down upon his own pate. Hey, so these Edomite devils, these elites, the so-called white people, red Edomite devils that's in power. Like I say, all what they done. Like I say, all the violence they, like I say, put forth in the earth and so forth. They done, and taking different countries' resources. Like I said, rape, rob, murder, and so-called Negro, Latino, Israelites, and these small hats pretending to be um, the Lord's chosen people, and they not, claiming themselves to be the real Israel. They ain't the real Israel. The so-called Negro, Latino, Native Israelites are the real Israelites, of the Bible. So you, like I say, you Edomite devil, like I say, all the violence that done, in the earth and so forth, bombing countries and this and that, y'all, it's gonna come back on y'all. It's gonna come back on y'all. It's gonna come back on you, so-called white people. So-called white people, red Edomite devils, double. It's gonna come back on y'all double, man. Cause y'all wicked Edomite devils is starting with your elites of Esau Edom. Cause y'all push that lie and deception out there to go to war, with different countries and so forth. Y'all push that propaganda out there. Cause like I say, y'all control the media, so y'all push that. Oh, this country got a dictator, president or a leader, or whatever, king, whatever, right? And we gotta go there and help the people, blah blah. Y'all push that so y'all can get into those countries and y'all can have a reason to go in there and take their resources. But like I say, y'all gonna pay for a lot of things that y'all done. Yahweh, the Most High Yahweh, Yahweh, why y'all shy, they see what you wicked Edomites are doing, man. Y'all not gonna get away. Y'all running around, thinking, oh, ain't nothing gonna happen. Y'all trying to be like the Most High, but y'all not. You can't outthink the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, the Creator of all things, right? You can't outthink the Most High, Yahweh, who y'all call God, Yahweh, right? That's the real name of the Most High, Yahweh. Y'all can't outthink Him, man. Y'all think that y'all technology and blah blah blah, that y'all have, y'all gonna outdo the Most High, Yahweh. Y'all ain't finna do nothing, You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't like I say, your arm too short to box with the Most High, Yahweh. And that's why I say you wicked Edomite doubles and it's not gonna get away. You so-called white people, red Edomite doubles, man. You elites, Esau Edomites. Y'all not gonna get away. You tiny hat, small hat. You ish people. You wannabes. Pretending. To be, the chosen people of the Lord. Y'all got a lot coming to y'all, man. Y'all not gonna get away. Like I said, all the things that you done, all the violence, all that gonna come down on you. Those loyal Shabbat when loyal Shabbat returns and the chariot so called your foe, and bring you Edomite devils down, man. And like I say, and those missiles, come raining down on you wicked on this place America Babylon Great, But so I'm gonna get one more scripture in off of that. Isaiah Isaiah 3:11. Woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hand shall be given him. So woe means destruction. So destruction to these so-called white people, Edomite doubles, man. These so-called white people, red Edomite doubles. They are the wicked. And I say, it's gonna be ill with him. It's gonna be very bad. Not good for these so-called white people, Edomite doubles. When the Lord Yahweh returns in the chariot, so-called UFO, with the angels, and they zapping with the laser beams, and then ultimately those thermonuclear missiles come raining down upon America, Babylon the Great, destroying everybody and everything that's in America, And then I said, and then these so-called white people, red Edomite doubles, y'all gonna go into slavery. Use elites that do, go into these bunkers and try to get away, but y'all not gonna get away. Y'all going to hardcore slavery. So, hey, that's the future for you Edomite, you red wicked Edomite doubles, man. You know, y'all might think that y'all getting away with all y'all mischief and y'all wickedness and what y'all doing, but y'all really not. You know, it's gonna come a time y'all gonna pay for everything that y'all done, man. What y'all done to this earth, what y'all done to the Lord's people, so-called Negro, Latino, so-called Negro, Latinos, and natives, Israelites, the true people, the true chosen people of the Lord, and so forth, man. Y'all got a lot coming, man. Y'all judgment's finna be, heavy judgment, man, coming down on Edom, man. It's already, that judgment is, is already, set in stone for you wicked Edomite devils, y'all gonna have to deal with it, man. Y'all gonna have to deal with that double cup of hardcore slavery, So, with that, I didn't want to make this too long. So again, like about praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem. I hope this was edifying. So, and again, like about praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Harakah Kadash, to the apostle elders, to the Sisakim brothers, to the Fiakwaf sisters that do listen, keep the faith, and Yahushua keep fighting. That's it. Shalom.